just done everything, Comedy Central, live at Gotham, he's done everything here, and he's here just to hang out with us. Jason Saenz.
Hey guys, thanks a lot. This is exciting. I heard some really good news, and I have to tell you, first off, really good news. I heard they're finally coming out with For His Pleasure condoms. Guys, right? Finally. Yeah, you open up the package, there's nothing inside. All right. We're here. Boston, hello. Let's get rolling here. I do live in New York City, and it's my favorite time of year. It's that time of year where the ice cream truck and that guy who won't turn off his boombox on my corner are starting to create their own summer mashup together. You know, so all week I've been hearing in my head, bitch better have my ice cream. I call the shots like Dippin' Dots, bitch better have my ice cream. That's the Kids Bop version of that song. They keep in the bitch, but they put in the ice cream. Living in New York, you get very New York centric, and you're thinking I forget that not everyone lives in New York City and watches as much TV as I do. Because the other week I was talking to this girl who was visiting New York from out of town, and I wanted to say that they often film a lot of HBO shows in my neighborhood, right? But instead what came out of my dumb mouth was, I live in Brooklyn, sometimes they shoot girls there. Which is not the same thing. And I didn't realize what I said, I just kept going. And she was like, oh my God, that's horrible. And I was like, yeah, it hasn't been so good the past couple years. Really, but it hasn't been as much fun as it used to be, you know. She's like, what about cops? I'm like, oh, they shoot cops all around the country. That's not really, where are you going? Lost another one. Do you guys like bad impressions? She said it, yes, she was really earnest. Yes, I love them. The badder, the worse. The best or the badder. Okay, here's some bad impressions for you guys. The first one is of an insecure jock jam. Okay, this is an insecure jock jam. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you guys not ready for this? Here's another one. Here's a bonus bad impression. Here we go. Here's my bad impression of the first Italian guy to ever talk with his hands. Okay, first Italian guy to ever talk with his hands. Here we go. Okay, who's the son of a bitch that put super glue all over my fingertips, huh? I got big pasta tonight. I can't do it with these fucking fingertips. You kidding me, Joey? Who talks like this? Not me. You guys should be laughing more at this impression about me. This comedian worked really hard on this impression. If I could hold a gun, I'd fucking kill every one of you here. That was too bad. I think that was a little too bad. You want to get the right amount. Well, if you guys couldn't tell by that last joke, I like to smoke a lot of weed. Let's just talk about that real quick. My first ever experience with marijuana was smelling it around the house when I was a kid. That's how far back me and weed go. But I was too young to know what that smell was. All I knew is that my dad would go into the bathroom for 20 minutes and then come out smelling like Cool Dad. And Cool Dad was way more fun than regular Dad, guys. Regular Dad would sleep in on Christmas morning, but Cool Dad would wake me up excited because he legitimately forgot what he wrapped the night before. Also, regular Dad wouldn't let me see R-rated movies as a kid. But Cool Dad snuck me and my friends in to see Terminator 2 because he said that shit is definitely gonna happen. And he was right. He was right. Cool Dad was right. I've got oh, look out. Too funny. Sorry for all the property damage my jokes caused. I've got a cool dad. I've been a single child my whole life, but my parents waited until I was in high school to have a second kid. It's a long time to wait, right? So I feel my dad must be part cicada, because he only comes every 17 years. It's a smart joke. What's wrong with these people? So that means I have a teenage little brother now, and he's a piece of shit. Really, just, teenagers. Like every time I come home to visit, he's always like, "Hey Jason, you're a stand-up comedian, but when are you gonna get famous, huh? When are you gonna get famous, dude?" And I'm like, "I don't know. You're a teenager. When are you gonna see a girl naked, huh?" Yeah, and then he shows me his text messages. He's doing way better than I am. That's all he's looking at. All that puss. All right. So it's like, my little brother's, he's starting to be frisky. He's a teenager now. He's starting to have sex. And it's always that weird part of sex when you hook up with somebody for the first time. We gotta explain like your weird abnormalities to them before you get naked. Like, okay, before we have sex, I got 3 nipples. I've got 2 dicks. I'm a Komodo dragon. You have to let people know. But in high school, I had a pretty bad surgery that left me with this huge scar on my stomach. So before I get naked with somebody new, I have to say, "Hey, I got a big scar. It's not from you or anything. I've had this. It's not from the beers we just had." So I'm trying to talk about it more, trying to be open about it, and I was wondering if it's okay if I show you guys my scar here tonight. Is that all right? Is that too weird? Are you guys done eating? Okay. All right. Well, here. Okay. Thanks for doing it. Let me do this. Okay. Here's my stomach scar, everybody. Here you go. $20, assholes. You better laugh at it. Alright, okay, pretty bad. Alright, Disney, alright, a couple Disney fans here. Alright, now this is just a joke. This is the real McCoy, okay? This is the real deal. Here we go. That's the real thing. That's pretty big. I feel like the only thing missing is a clitoris at the top. Huh, sir? Wanna fuck this scar? Yeah, alright, Boston, I love you guys. Some girls like scars, I found that, but girls who like scars also like knives, so I've kind of stayed away from girls. But thank you for letting me show you guys my weird abnormality. Thank you. I was raised Catholic, guys, but I'm not practicing anymore because I tore my ACL. So I'm on the bench, I'm just watching. But I love the new Pope. Pope Francis, the new Latino Pope. Fans here? I love Pope Francis. He's great. He says what he wants. He does what he wants. I don't even think he's Catholic, guys. I really don't. I feel like I just found a cool Latino guy in Argentina. They're like, "Hey, you want to wear some awesome hats?" He's like, "I'm in. Let's do it. Rome, let's go." He's great. He said the first month he's Pope, and you can look this up. This is how cool this guy is. He said if you're a good person, and you do good things in your life, but you're also an atheist, you can go to heaven too. We did it! Let's do it. Let's party tonight, guys. We're all going to heaven. Let's do it up, man. Let's drink a bunch of scorpion bowls. Let's fuck a scar. Let's do it tonight. It doesn't matter. I love that. I knew if we waited long enough, they'd let everybody into heaven, Like heaven's turning into that college that just lowers their SAT scores every year because no one wants to go anymore. It was a bad time for a while. Pedophilia scandal, that'll lower admissions. It really will. Just as Penn State, okay? That's all I'm saying. It was bad news for the Catholic Church. It got so bad that the last Pope quit. Do you remember when Pope Benedict quit? That must take a lot of balls to quit a job God gave you. How do you do that? You're like, hey, I know you're the Lord Almighty and everything, you created heaven and the earth, but this pedophilia scandal's even too much for my moral compass, and I was raised a Nazi. So I gotta get out of here. I mean, good luck with the boys. We just kill them. We wouldn't fuck them. I don't know what you're having. But now we got the new Pope, Latino Pope. It's gonna be great, man. He's so cool. He's letting atheists into heaven. He's letting dogs into heaven. Maybe gays one day. Who knows? He's that cool. You know? He's like, hey, everybody, come on. Let's go to heaven. It's a fiesta in heaven. Let's go. Come on. There's plenty of room in heaven. I'm used to fitting 15 brothers in a Corolla. Let's go. Latino Pope. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm Jason Saenz.